What's good, YouTube? Nova here, bringing you guys my Cyber Angel Herald deck. So I'm just going to dive right into this deck because I'm pretty excited with it. So starting off, I'm playing 3 copies of Herald of Perfection. Obviously, you got to play 3 copies of Herald of Perfection. This card is too good not to play. It's an 1800 attack, 2800 defense, fairy type, level 6 ritual monster. Its monster effect is you can ritual summon with Dawn of the Herald. But its monster effect is during that player's turn, when a spell trap or monster effect is activated, you can discard a fairy type monster, negate the activation, and destroy it. Now this card is really good. This card was always very nice. It was pretty popular in previous formats just because this card, if you brought this card out, it was game winning because just negate whatever you want was very nice. But there was not much synergy, and ritual decks, as you guys know, are pretty much, they kind of lose because they need the tribute for it, which kind of slow, and there was nothing really too good for that. You kind of lost advantage really fast. Well, this deck kind of brings it up next to 3 copies of Cyber Angel Ben 10. Now, Cyber Angel Ben 10, I did call this the Cyber Angel deck, but this is actually the only Cyber Angel monster or card in general that I actually play in the deck. Ben 10's effect is he's another level 6 light fairy level 6 ritual monster, but that doesn't matter because you're just going to be using it for its effect. Basically, its main effect that you're going to use it for, if it's tribute summoned for a ritual summon, or I think just tribute summon in general. Yeah, if it's tribute summon in general, you can add 1 light fairy monster from your deck to your hand. So this card can search Herald if it needs to. So like a lot of times you're going to drop Herald, send Ben 10, search a light fairy so that you can use the discard of that fairy for Herald. Plus Dawn of Herald, when I get to it, lets you add the Ben 10 back to hand. So very nice. Basically, you get Dawn of Herald, plus you get a search, so it means you got 2 negations on your opponent's next turn, which is very nice. And the reason why Herald is now very viable is because of Ben 10. Next up, I'm playing, just for rounding off the end of the ritual monsters, I'm playing just 2 Saphira Queen of Dragons. I like this card at 2, mostly because if you're going first and you can pull this card off, pulling this card off, and it has 3 effects. One, its first effect is you can draw 2 cards, discard 1, which is nice, and that's pretty good. Its next effect is you can discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand, and the last effect is you can add 1 light monster from your grave to hand. So very nice. 3 amazing effects. But going first, if you can pull this card off, plus Evil Storm Ouroboros, that's your opponent starting with 4 cards in their hand. That is really, really good, because most decks, when you have this and Ouroboros with 4 cards, what are you going to do? Especially if it's a combo-based deck and it needs a lot of cards, you've already set them back 2 cards. And, like, the thing is, you can like use this card by Ben 10 ritual summoning. That's a minus nothing, and like you can get to the this card's rituals with Helm of Light, amazing as well, and it's pre-preparation target, so very easy. I like 2 copies of this card because there was actually one time where you can actually pull off 2 copies if you if you open one of these Ben 10 and like pre-preparation of rights, or like you don't open this, you open like the Helm of Light. You can drop 2 of these in 1 turn. And then like take 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. That's insane. Like 3 cards, 4 cards just to take 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. It's just really good. So very nice there. So that's it for the ritual monsters. So it's going to be 8 ritual monsters in total. So and you have no problem using them every duel. Next up, I'm playing 3 Manju. Manju is the only one I use. I don't use Senju or Petite Angel. You don't need either of those. Senju is just too slow, and even Manju can be slow. You just need him because if you don't open what you need, you kind of want this card. But anyway, he adds you a ritual monster or ritual spell from deck to hand when he's normal or flip summoned. So okay there, but mostly you're going to be normal summoning the next engine, which is 3-star Seraph Scepter. Scepter is a light fairy monster, so Ben 10 can add this card to hand, or it can add you Sovereignty. If you guys don't know what the Scepter engine, Star Seraph engine does, like I don't know what you're doing. Like Scepter, search Sovereignty, special summon Sovereignty, draw a card, and if it's a Star Seraph monster, you get to summon it and keep doing that. As well as if Scepter, like this one has to be used for Xyz monster with a 3 material requirements. And then this card, if it's used for 3 material requirement, pops a card, draw a card. So obviously this engine is just insane. Like even just opening these two, like you're in a good situation because this is a like literally a minus nothing with an Ouroboros, and you get free pluses, free draws. It's just like 2 cards, you draw the back, which means you have possibilities to draw into your rituals, your ritual spells, your just pre-preps, your ritual sanctuary, all those different good cards, as well as you get Ouroboros. It's just insane. So you have to play this, and you can search them. Like if you have this and you made like Herald and you or like Saphira and use Ben 10 and you have this, you can add this, or you have this, you can add this, and then you can go off with that engine. If you did not normal summon, you can just make big, really fast boards really easy. It's very nice. And then I play 2 Monk. 2 Monk is actually very good in this deck. I'm playing like everything other than my monsters. I'm playing like 22 monsters and like 18 spells. So this card is always live. This card's never been a problem. And if you open this card and a spell card, this is like minus nothing. It's a 1 card Xyz summon essentially, which you minus nothing because you're gonna draw the cards back with Scepter. And if you're going second, you get a plus. It's a +1 already. So you have to play this card, and it makes it like if you have this and no Sovereignty in hand, this card is like you obviously just summon Scepter, Scepter Search, Sovereignty, Special Summon Sovereignty, draw 1. So that's you use 2 cards, you draw it, and going second you get to pop 1 and draw 1. It's a +2 already. So very nice. So I think you have every deck I'm playing this Star Seraph engine, I'm obviously just gonna play this Summoner Monks because it's just too good not to. I want Arc Lord Christia. Arc Lord Christia has so many different effects that help this deck. First effect is if you have 4 fairy type monsters in your graveyard exactly, you can special summon this card from your hand. Wow. If this card's summoned this way, you get to target 1 fairy type monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Okay. And then neither player can special summon monsters while it's on the field. And then if this face-up card would leave the field, you have to place it on top of your deck instead. So holy cow! Like you've dropped this card. It pretty much locks your opponent from special summoning, as well as if you do special summon it with its effect from the hand, you just add a fairy monster from your grave to your hand, and then if it dies, you just get to put it back on top of your deck. So you only need 1 copy of that because it's so versatile. 2 Maxi just because I just wanted the draw power, and honestly, if you're not playing Maxi in this format or any format, I don't know what you're doing. But honestly, yeah, Maxi's just there for that. So that's 22 monsters, I'm pretty sure, and 18 spells. So I could be mistaken. It could be 17 and 23, but I'm pretty sure it was 22 and 18. But anyway, 3 for the ritual spells, I'm playing 3 Dawn of Herald. Dawn of Herald needs exactly the level, so exactly level 6, which is very easy because all your ritual monsters are going to go towards that. I've never had a problem with that. It's always worked out for me. And when it's used as a ritual monster, you get to add the one of the ritual tributes back to hand. So Ben 10 comes back, Ben 10 searches. That's 2 cards. That's use 3 cards. You get minus nothing. Yeah, like almost minus nothing is like is not a problem. So very nice. 2 Helm of Light. Helm of Light is not as good, but it is okay because it. I believe this one can exceed. It doesn't have to be exactly level 6, so you can have level 6 or more, but usually it's going to be level 6. But this one doesn't add Ben 10 back to hand if you do use Ben 10. This one, though, you can banish it from the graveyard to protect a light ritual monster. Oh, no, just the ritual monster. It doesn't even have to be light. But they're all light, so it doesn't matter. But you can banish this card from your graveyard if it would be destroyed by battle or by card effects, I believe. Yeah, if it would just be destroyed by battle or by card effects, you can banish it. So instead, so it doesn't die, which is like holy cow! Like that's already really good because if your opponent was struggling with getting over your ritual monsters, and they just can destroy it by card effects, like you can just banish them and say no. 3 pre-preparation rites. You need this card. It's a +1 automatically. It's a 1 card that adds you 2, so you're plussing 1 off of it, and you have the 5 targets. So, like, this card is solely amazing. Unfortunately, I never find this card. Like, if I find it, I almost find, like, 2 of them. But you kind of want to see this card, so you have to play 3 copies of it. Next up, I'm playing 3 Ritual Sanctuary. This card is actually phenomenal. Just because, like, this card, its first effect, discard a spell card, add a light ritual monster or a ritual spell from your deck to your hand is very easy because anything is targetable, as well as you have the its second effect, which allows you to put any number of any spell cards in your graveyard to special summon a light fairy from your graveyard. So if you special summon Scepter, when you have a sovereignty in hand, you're gonna search the sovereignty, special summon sovereignty, and you get to go off that way, which has happened to me many times. As well as if you it allows you just to be able to reuse the Scepter engine like an insane amount of times. So if you made, let's say you made used, I don't know, let's say you ended up like you can make some really crazy boards like just thanks to this card. So like it's a must at 3 copies. Must at 3. 2 terraforming. You can play 3 terraforming if you want to. I know a lot of people are playing 3 and 3 just because the card is so good. I found that playing the 3 and 2 in my testing, yes, 3 of this card is insane and you want to see it. But I found that there was times that I opened 2 of this and a Ritual Sanctuary sometimes, and it was like just kind of you don't. I mean, it's good, but it's not that good that you need the third one. So I feel the 2 is just is really good. If you do open 2 of them, you can just obviously search the Ritual Sanctuary, deck then 2, and then pitch and deck then again, just so it fuels your graveyard for the effect, for the second effect. So it's like, holy cow, you just go crazy with you fuel really easy. So it's like you have to, but you don't need the third terraforming in my opinion. 2 Twin Twister, I still like Twin Twister in this deck. Any deck really, you gotta play Twin Twister. The 1 Raigeki because Raigeki is just too good. 1 Instant Fusion, I found Instant Fusion to be very nice in this deck. Just because like Instant Fusion bringing out Norden is just bringing back another one. Make rank 4s for free is really nice. As well as if you do have Sovereignty in hand, you can like this Norden, Scepter, special summon Sovereignty, use 2 cards, you can still pop and then do effects for free. So Instant Fusion is very good. If I wasn't playing Instant Fusion, it'd probably just be Upstart Goblin just to deck then. And then the Soul Charge. Soul Charge is so nice for the Beatrice. You know, double Heralds, detach, like double Herald, make Beatrice, send Archlord Christia, Soul Charge back Archlord Christia and Herald, and like if you have 2 negations, your opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh. Unfortunately, though, I don't actually have Beatrice. That's the one card I don't have. So, but if I had it, like I'd obviously be playing it. But Soul Charge is just, I really like it in the deck just for general, like bringing out anything you've used. Again, Scepter, like Star Seraph engine, just amazing again. Like bring back like 2 Scepters and something and another level 4 monster, exceed summon into a big monster, pop 2 more cards, draw 2 more cards is just phenomenal. Even just bringing back like Archlord Christie if it's been discarded or something, or you pitched it to negate a card, bringing it back is so good. So Soul Charge I think is just something you have to play in the deck. So just overall it's very good. Also like I'm testing this deck and playing this deck a while, and there's just so many combos you can do. Every hand you get, there's just so many different ways you can build it, so many different ways you can play it. So you really want to just test this deck. It works really good. There hasn't been a time where it's bricked at all, but it's pretty decent. Moving on to the extra deck, I'm playing 1 copy of Norden. Norden, obviously, it's my only target for the Instant Fusion, so you have to hit the play it. The Utopia lineup, I'm playing the Utopia, obviously. The number C39 Utopia Ray and the Lightning. I played the Utopia Ray mostly just so I can utilize the Lightning's effect twice. Plus, the extra deck space isn't that necessary because I found the only thing you're really going to go into is like the extra deck is most of the ranked 4s. On the odd occasion, you'll make maybe the rank 6s on like sometimes, but you don't really, the room isn't, there isn't that much necessary stuff, so you can play it because there's not much you need. I'm playing the Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is nice for negating graveyard effects, which is kind of cool. The Silent Honor Arc obviously absorbs stuff, protect. The Cast Out Bounce problematic monsters. So that's that. Moving on to the 3 material Xyz monsters that are needed for the Star Seraph engine. I was playing the Shark. I played the Shark Drake. Honestly, I just don't have Beatrice. If I did, this card would be Beatrice. But I don't have it, so I was like, you know what? I'll just play this because why not? One number S39 Utopia Prime. I thought Utopia Prime was pretty good. It needs three level 4 light monsters to bring out, which is easy because you can star Seraph into this card, get effects, and then this card can be good. But you can also pull it off with Utopia, so very nice. But most go-to cards are going to be Ouroboros. You can play 2 Ouroboros if you want to. I think 1 is pretty decent. This card is really good. It's great. It's mostly like if you pull this in Sephiroth, take 2 cards out of your opponent's hand, it's amazing. And like you draw into stuff because you do it. You have very, very nice hands. Or both your opponent starting with 4 cards, it can be very devastating because it sets your opponent back so many like 4 cards. And if it's combo based deck, you're gonna have the advantage there. The one Deltaros obviously pop a card and he gets to pop an extra card, as well as they cannot negate this. They cannot target effects unless it's warning, like negation traps, to stop Deltaros' summon. So that's cool. And then I played the Diamond to go with the Deltaros just because I felt the Diamond in here. I was like, you know what, Diamond I think is better, just because if I do run into a dark deck, you can go Deltaros, pop a bunch of cards, Diamond, and be like, you have a response. So Diamond definitely is something I would play. Moving on to the rank 6s. The rank 6s were number 39, Utopia Beyond. I think this card is pretty decent. Like, if you can drop, if your opponent's got like 3 monsters, and you can drop this plus like maybe 2 other monsters, you can essentially like OTK your opponent, which is nice. And then I played the Bouncer. I thought the Bouncer was decent. It negates monster effects at the same time it can burn 1,000. So very cool. Very, very cool. But like I said, he's not necessary. Beatrice, obviously, in here would be definitely here. And then I was playing just the one number 24, the Vampiric Dragon. I thought this card was, I just played this card because I have it and I think it was really neat. But its effects actually decent. Its effects, during our player's turn, you can detach one exceeds material, one target, one face-up monster that's special in the extra deck. And then you get to change it to face-down defense position. So very nice. It gets rid of problematic extra deck monsters. And then, if this card is destroyed and its owner's position is destroyed or banished by your opponent's card effects, you get to special summon this card in face-down defense position. And then if it's flipped face-up, you get to send 1 card to the graveyard. So, all in all, he just comes back when he's destroyed by a card effect. He comes back and then he takes a problem card that your opponent has. And he sends it so he gets over destroyed by battle effects. Or destroyed by card effects because he sends it to grave. He's not destroying. So he gets around effects like those. But like I said, if I had Beatrice, I would be playing Beatrice, but I don't have one at the moment. But you know what? I figured why not? And the deck still plays really well even without it. So, but I do definitely hope to pick one up soon. But this has been my Herald Cyber Angel deck. Leave in the comment section below what you thought of my deck. If there's anything that you would change, maybe some stuff you'd play. So just remember, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.